Manny Pacquiao is finally making a return to the boxing ring, and he's set on who he wants to fight. Yeah, Pac-Man isn't coming to play this time. He wants to put up gloves against the best of the best before he retires for real. And you know who the top dog in boxing is right now? Yep, it's Terence Crawford. But here's some bad news for Manny, cause Bud isn't up for a fight with the old guy. There's a lot to talk about in today's video. So without further ado, let's dive straight into Terence Crawford revealing why he won't fight retired Manny Pacquiao. Get this, guys. Manny stepped away from the game when he lost to Yordenis Ugas in 2021 and decided to test his waters in politics instead. But you and I both know that didn't work out for him, so now he's back in the ring. Here's the thing though, making a comeback to the sport once you've called it quits is easier said than done. No one wants to fight someone who's been away for too long, and that's why Manny is going to have a hard time finding opponents. Take it from Terence, who was the Pac-Man's first choice. Bud isn't interested in fighting Manny at all. Yep, it was an easy no for him. And this guy didn't even think twice. Bud said, "I'm at an all-time career high. I can't risk fighting old and retired guys. I'm aiming for career-defining fights. I want more belts and more titles. I can't waste time fighting a grandpa who's nothing but old news." Well, Bud wasn't lying when he called Manny old. Get this, Pac-Man is 45 years old, and you know that's the age most athletes retire by. Come on, it's not like they have a choice either. Hear me out. Being in the boxing game at that age is risky. Not only do you start getting sluggish in the ring once father time catches on to you, but there are a lot of health threats too, like being more prone to brain injuries and all. Manny doesn't have much time in the ring, so it makes sense why he would challenge someone like Crawford as his comeback bout. Now, Pac-Man didn't only challenge Terence to a showdown in the ring, but he sent him a brutal fight warning. Yep, you got that right. Manny and Terence can't throw down without some catchweight drama. You know how it is. Fighters trying to agree on a fair catchweight? Total pain in the butt. But guess what? Manny's got it all figured out, like a boss. He's laying down the law. This fight, his rules. Manny's throwing it down at 147 pounds, no compromises. He's not here to play, folks. Let's talk history, though. Manny and Terence have been in overlapping weight divisions forever. Manny, the weight class explorer, goes from flyweight to welterweight. Meanwhile, Crawford's been crushing it in lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight. Their weight paths have crossed multiple times, but for this epic showdown, catchweight it is. Manny's not hiding it. He wants to give us a super fight for his epic comeback. No chilling and waiting around for Bud though, Manny's on the move. But with Terence not being open to the idea of this fight, there's only so much Manny can do about it. Now it makes sense why Bud was the top name on his list for his comeback bout. Bud's basically on everyone's hit list, and who can blame them? Going head-to-head with the top dog in the boxing game means stepping into the ring for a career-defining fight. It's the showdown everyone's itching to see, a battle that could make or break legacies. But here's the thing though, Manny retired a legend, and he's got an epic legacy to his name. He's willing to risk it all for a chance to put up gloves against Terence, and you gotta give it to him for that. If you ask me, there's no reason why Bud wouldn't jump into the ring with Manny. Terence shot up the fight world ladder when he faced off with Errol Spence Jr. back in July 2023 and snagged an epic victory. Since then, he's been riding high, securing his spot among the top fighters in the game. But here's the deal. One win ain't gonna keep him up there for long. Terence needs to lace up those gloves again real soon, hit the ring, and prove he's not just on top, but here to stay. Time's ticking though. Bud's 36, and you know how it goes in the boxing world. Father Time's always lurking. He's got a limited window to make moves and leave that legacy. So, what's the plan? Stepping into the ring with big names is the move, and Manny Pacquiao fits the bill perfectly. Terence has got other boxers like Devin Haney, Canelo Alvarez, and a bunch more eyeing him. But guess what? Manny's ready to throw down the minute that ink hits the paper. It's a heavyweight lineup, and we're all on the edge of our seats to see who's next in Bud's journey. But if you ask the man himself, he's got some different beliefs. Bud says that because his time in the sport is limited, he can't waste it fighting old guys like Manny and Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, unless you live under a rock, I'm sure you know all about Floyd and Bud's drama. These two were firing shots at each other, giving fans hope for an epic showdown between them. But Bud was quick to turn that one down after leading fans on, and he gave the same reason. He doesn't have the time to fight boxers who've got nothing but the name they made for themselves a decade ago. And let's be honest, we can't hold that against him. However, that's not all. There's another major reason why no one's up for fighting Manny Pacquiao, and that's Mike Tyson's involvement in his camp. Yep, you heard that right. Now let's talk about the magic Iron Mike pulled off with Francis Ngannou. Legendary stuff, am I right? Mike didn't just introduce him to boxing, he turned him into a straight-up force in the ring. Ngannou made Tyson Fury, the undefeated heavyweight champ, look like he had a ticket to Foolsville. And if the judges played fair, Ngannou could have easily snagged that W. Now, let your imagination run wild. If Iron Mike can do that with a newbie, just picture the madness he could unleash with a boxing legend like Manny Pacquiao. No wonder Terence is straight up freaking out. He's not ready to step into the ring with a certified beast and risk catching that L. I mean, who would sign up for that kind of mayhem, right? Bud's throwing shade on the whole Mike and Manny training fiasco, and he's not exactly thrilled about it. Here's the tea. Bud's out here saying it's not fair to the fighters who gotta face Manny in the ring. And let's be real, we all know he's talking about none other than himself. The plot thickens, my friends. Here's the thing though. Fans think Terence is just scared. He can't risk losing in his next fight. Yeah, that's like a big no-no. It took a lot from him to get up there. And if one epic win can make Bud the top dog in the fight world, then one loss can very well bring him back too. Why would anyone want to step into the ring and take an L from a retired boxer who's been chilling for years, right? Manny should be rusty by now, you'd think. This dude's gearing up for a comeback, and you know he means business when Iron Mike Tyson's got his back. Let's dive deep into what might go down if Manny and Crawford throw down. First off, Crawford's got some mad skills. He's like a chameleon in the ring, switching stances like it's a walk in the park. Confusing opponents? Check. Landing unexpected shots? You know it. His fight IQ? Through the roof. Great timing, smart moves, and he's got the power to finish fights with precision. Defense game? Solid. Head movement, footwork, reflexes. He's got it all. But here's the kicker. He's got some weak spots. Starting slow has bitten him in the past, and critics are side-eyeing the level of competition he's faced. Some say he hasn't danced with enough top-tier opponents in his weight class. Now let's shift gears to Manny. Speed demon alert. His hands and footwork are like lightning, darting in and out for those killer combos. Unique angles, side-to-side moves. He's unpredictable. Relentless aggression? Oh, absolutely. But here's the catch. Ring rust is real. Manny's been MIA since 2021, and that's a minute in boxing terms. Plus, that aggressive style? It's a double-edged sword, leaving him open to counterpunches, especially against the tech-savvy. And get this, politics took Manny away from the ring, not leaving him much time to hit the gym. But I don't think this one will ever see the light of the day, so I wouldn't hold my breath on this one. What are your thoughts on Terence refusing to fight Manny? So there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. I'll be back with more fight news, and until then, peace out.